So the law has no interest in us until we violate it. Likewise, as it says in Romans chapter 5, the law has no dominion over us as long as the debt is paid.
In his discussion with the Jew, Paul makes it clear that physical circumcision is not what really sets a man apart for divine service. God is looking for those with pure hearts, whether circumcised or not. When Jesus Christ died to fulfill the first goat of Lev 16:15:20, his blood was sprinkled on the mercy seat in heaven, HEB 9:11:12. This act atoned for sin, that is, it covered HEB kafar, our sin, giving us a positional righteousness. It was as if we had never sinned.
Positional, that's imputed.
Thus, even an uncircumcised man can have his sin covered, and the law considers him to be perfectly righteous, for God calls what is not as though it were. Rom 4:17. This imputation of righteousness, prophesied by the first goat of Leviticus 16, is explained more fully in Romans 4, but it is the basis also of 2:26. The Jew who claims righteousness on account of physical circumcision and his attempt to fulfill his valid obedience to the law, such a man is always proven to be a sinner under arrest, being prosecuted by the law as a lawbreaker. The non-Jew who has faith in Jesus Christ's work on the cross, by which the prophecy of the first goat was fulfilled, can claim righteousness before the law, because his sin has been properly covered. This is done, not by putting away the law, but by actually following its precept found in Lev 16:15-20. The law showed us the way to obtain grace. Though it prophesied in terms of a goat, it truly spoke of faith in Jesus Christ.
How about that?
Hence, the non-Jew's uncircumcision is made circumcision by faith in Jesus Christ, who fulfilled the prophetic law. 27. And will not he who is physically uncircumcised, if he keeps the law, will he not judge you who, though having the letter of the law and circumcision, are a transgressor of the law? The Jews prided themselves on being the ones divinely chosen to judge, rule, the world. But Paul tells the Corinthian church in 1 Cor 6:2, or do you not know that the saints will judge the world? And if the world is judged by you, are you not competent to constitute the smallest law courts? Likewise, the book of Revelation says nothing about the Jews ruling the world, but speaks only of those who follow Jesus Christ. Rev 20:6 says that they will be priests of God and of Christ and will reign with him for 1,000 years. No Jew who has rejected Jesus as the Christ will qualify to reign with him, nor will this priesthood be Levitical, for Jesus is the high priest of an entirely new order, Melchizedek. God has called judges from virtually every tribe, tongue, and nation, as we read in Rev 5:9-10:9, and they sang a new song, saying, Worthy art thou to take the book and to break its seals, for thou wast slain, and didst purchase for God with thy blood men from every tribe and tongue and people and nation.
Amen.
10. And thou hast made them to be a kingdom and priests to our God, and they will reign
And
upon
they
the
will
earth.
reign upon the
And
earth.
so Paul concludes in Romans 2:27 that non-Jews will judge Jews, for such a calling is not based upon circumcision or upon flesh of any kind, but is determined by the heart and by one's relationship with Jesus Christ,
The new covenant.
who is a Jew. 28. For he is not a Jew who is one outwardly, neither is circumcision that which is outward in the flesh. 29. But he is a Jew who is one inwardly, and circumcision is that which is of the heart, by the Spirit, not by the letter, and his praise is not from men, but from God. Paul approaches this from both the negative and the positive. Those claiming Jewishness by their fleshly circumcision are not Jews in the sight of God. Those who possess the heart circumcision, however, are of the tribe of Judah in God's sight. His praise is not from men, but from God. Here Paul employs a play on words. The name Judah means praise. Thus, Paul says, his Judahhood, that is, identity as part of in the tribe of Judah, is not from men nor by men's perceptions, but from God. In other words, what men call a Jew, or Judean, or Judahite, is not the proper definition of the term. It is man's definition, not God's. From God's perspective, any man who revolts against the king of Judah has forfeited his position in the tribe. He is cut off from among his people. But any man who accepts the king of Judah has joined the tribe of Judah,